Hello YouTube, Luigi here. I have something really exciting to show you today. In fact, I was so excited about it that I opened it up in the post office with my BL01 just right in front of everybody, whipped it right out. So the package is open, but I wanted you to see it. This came with a package like this, which was in effect a Ziploc bag. So had it fallen into the South China Sea, and yes, it came from China, it would not have gotten wet. And inside that Ziploc bag was a traditional envelope, and inside the traditional envelope was a box. You can see it says Herberts on it. Herberts is a German company, C. Julius Herberts. They're in the Solingen. But apparently they have a lot of their fabrication done in China. Last week I unboxed this Herberts white brass bolster folding hunter, and I was very impressed with the fit and finish on it. Very impressed. But we're not going to talk about that knife. We're going to talk about this knife. This is a modernized, traditional Japanese Higonokami knife. If you guys don't know what a Higonokami is, I strongly recommend that you go out to YouTube and educate yourself on the history of these amazing knives. They've been making them the same way for hundreds of years, and you'll see little Japanese blacksmiths squatting on the ground in front of little Japanese charcoal forges with their little Japanese hammers and their little Japanese anvils, and they're pounding out these exquisite blades. Okay, but this is a modernized version. I found this site on eBay. It's a vendor called Hongarden, Hongarden, and they don't have names for their knives, so I'm just going to read you the description. It says, high power edge, genuine D2 steel blade, 61 HCR, that's a Rockwell rating, G10 handle, straight razor pocket knife. And it's a Japanese brand, is what they call it. And the name is the Higonokami. Now here's the knife. I really like this knife. I love Japanese motifs. Here's the knife. It has no nail nick, it has no flipper, but there's plenty of blade here for you to pinch opening, but that's not what they want you to do. They want you to put your thumb on this extended tang and swing it around. And I'll do that again. Put your thumb on this extended tang and swing it around. Now, the traditional Higonokamis, this part of the tang is hammered flat. And when you open it, the lock is the pressure of your thumb on that flattened tang, and that's the lock. And you better push down hard because these things are sharp. And if this were to swing around, it would cut all your fingers off before you knew what to do. However, in this modernized version, you can see it has a liner lock, flow through construction, open pillar, standoffs. And you can see the liner's about 40%, I'd say. This is a nicely finished G10 scale with torque screws. The traditionals have rivets. A rivet pivot and a rivet at the other end. It has a small lanyard hold. I wouldn't try to stuff 550 paracord in that. And there's knurling on the end of that tang. Now, in Japan, the blades are always forged out of two types of steel. You know how they do that with samurai swords, and they're carbon steels. They will rust on you, they will patina, but they take a hell of an edge, and this is D2 steel, and I always do that. I chicken out because I don't trust myself to do the maintenance on a steel that might rust. However, they say D2 will rust, but they also say don't hold your breath waiting for it. So we have a real traditional knife here. The traditional Higonokamis are made out of one piece of metal bent into a U shape. Open at the top, obviously where the blade slips in, but it's bent into a U. It's not unlike this Mercator, which is also one piece of bent metal bent into a U shape. And I always thought that was interesting. The Higonokamis are brass. This is metal with a black powder coat on it. But it's the same type of thin design. The traditional Higonokamis is very much like this Mercator K55K. This is really an interesting knife. It might appear that there's a lopsided ratio of blade length to handle length. And I was aware that when I got it. It's important for me to have a full 4-finger grip. The handle length is more important to me than the blade length. So this serves me very well. You can put your thumb on this jimping, you can put your thumb forward. It just feels really good with the smooth G10 handle. I would encourage you to find out more about the traditionals. This is clearly a modernized version of it, made in China. And I can't tell you how sharp it feels. Let's check out the length on this guy. We have a 3 1/4 inch blade, and that is like the beginning of my sweet spot. Anything smaller than that, usually the handle's too small for me to get 4 fingers on. 3 1/4 inch blade and 4 1/4 inch handle. It's got an 8 centimeter blade and an 11 centimeter handle. Now this sight, Handgarden, along with another one that I got from my buddy Tactical X-Rays, these two sites, I'll annotate them below, are really good if you're looking for well-made Chinese, what's the word, knockoffs, rip-offs? I got to watch what I say here, because I buy them. This site I got from my buddy Tactical X-Ray, I bought a Higo, a Rockstead Higo, knockoff for $20, as opposed to $1,100 for the real things. Now, that's going to piss some of you people off. I understand that, but I don't have a lot of money. I'm not Jim Skelton. And I have to, I really look for unusual Chinese knives, but very well made. And I've been lucky so far. They've all been of a quality that anybody would be proud to own. Anybody. And I'm happy to have found this. It's a good-looking knife. I love the Japanese motifs. I love this kind of swoopy blade thing we got going on here. And again, I'm just going to encourage you to educate yourself on the real deal, the Japanese Higonokamis. It's a fascinating, fascinating history. All right, everybody, that's it. I love you all. Take good care. God bless you, and stay safe. Bye-bye.